Oh, this is Paul Cramey of Serious Software. We're going to continue with our discussion of business closing. And in this particular video, we're going to look at the actual process of initiating and carrying out a close for a day or a week or a month or perhaps even a year. What we're going to cover is, if you recall from prior videos, the first one we looked at the overview and we talked about what was actually meant by a business close. In the second video, we looked at some setup steps that you can take to customize what is included in a daily or a weekly or a monthly close, so it's customized to suit your preferences. And then in this video, we're going to look at the actual process, the steps that you will take to initiate and carry out a close. The specific content of this video is going to be use of the Quick Reports menu or the Quick Reports function. And this is the function that you're going to use to actually initiate a daily or a weekly or a monthly or a yearly close. And then we'll conclude by looking at the Reports menu or the Reports function, which is where you can go to reprint a report from a prior period perhaps, or initiate a close for a period without specifically generating reports. In control to initiate the process of closing involves the use of the function Quick Reports. So if we select Quick Reports, what we see when it opens is a series of report groups over on the left. Each of these groups have a defined set of either reports or actions that make up the particular group. So the first one here is an action for preparing a deposit. And then we have a series of reports, a financial summary, payments summary, and a daily closeout. These are specific reports. And then you have the action of closing, the preparation of a report or deposit, and then a WIP summary. Now all of these are selected, so if we choose the print function over on the right, then all of these individual actions and the generation of the report would be initiated. So if we decide that we don't want to print that report, or we don't want to complete that action, we can simply remove the check mark for this one time, and those will not be initiated. So I'm going to choose the print button, and then rather than try to send them to a printer, I'm going to preview so that we can see what the process would involve to actually carry out this daily closeout. Now what we're seeing here is the actual action that would be associated with closing this business day on June 4th at 11:35 in the morning. So if I say yes to this, then it will actually complete the close, and that's what it's showing here. Say OK to that. Now it's generating the actual reports. So here's the deposit report. That would be the payment or the sales report. All the sales that were picked up for the day, and the payment summary for the period, and the financial summary. Now we could close this, and if we wanted to, we could have done a monthly closeout, or a weekly, or any other of the quick report groups. So quick reports is what you're going to normally use to initiate a daily or a weekly or a monthly close. Now, you can also do some things up under the Reports menu itself. Here we could reprint a specific report for a specified time period. Notice that it says that it will do it since the last daily closeout. But if we wanted to do a prior, reprint a prior close, then we could go to the date summary, say that we want to go to a prior daily closeout, and we could choose what period we wanted to reprint. Now this is not actually closing, but it's going to regenerate, reproduce that specific report for the specified time period that we chose. Also, from this Reports menu, we could simply have gone to a closeout and say, do a close of the day that said when the prior one was done, and then it did it. So we would use this if we wanted to simply close for a period without generating a specific report or set of reports for the period. To recap this particular series of videos, in video number 1, we discussed an overview of the closing process, what it entails and what it really means. In the second video, we looked at the setup steps that you can initiate to customize the process of closing to suit your preferences. And in this final video series, that we looked at the actual steps and the actual process associated with closing.